Hello everybody and welcome. My name is Tim from the Camp Compound and it's time for our daily technical analysis video. I apologize ahead of time if the quality of audio is a little worse than usual. I am currently on the road, but that will not stop me from making videos for you guys and trying to keep you in the loop. So let's get right to it. We have an exciting day today, as we can see in the markets. Bitcoin has managed to break out of its broadening descending wedge, and in doing so we broke through this resistance area. And folks, this is very important because we had fairly bad news, or as bad news as we could have expected, from the FOMC this week, and the markets are still very optimistic. That is wonderful news. Now the main thing for today is that we have to close above this resistance area, and preferably above 21,000. That would really showcase some strength from the bull side. Now, if we don't, let's say if we do close between 21,000 and 20,750, we would kind of get more into a neutral area where we have to see how we consolidate through the weekend, and then Monday's reaction. If we close above 21,000, we could safely say that there's some decent strength coming out of the bulls, and we will probably test 21,500. There's a lot of sell orders right there, and there's a lot of resistances around 21,500, so that is probably where Bitcoin will have some trouble and where we will see our next consolidation and attempted break. After that, 21,800 is kind of the upper area that we have to break, and I do hope my traveling laptop can keep up. It's horribly slow. It started to lag, so I got worried for a second. So 21,800 would be the upper side that we have to watch, and then we can continue onwards. I'm very slowly moving my charts because I don't want to blow up my laptop today. This is definitely a learning moment of preparing better the next time I'm on the road, but hey, we live and let learn, right? So after we break through 21,500, the next big level would be 22,500, and then we could move on towards like 23,300 and 24,500 approximately, which would be the main targets. After that, if we break up, we will probably immediately shoot up to 28,000 to perhaps even 30,000, which sounds a bit outlandish right now, but it can go fairly quickly, especially if we take the weekly market. And we have talked about this chart before, but it bears repeating, and let's not move everything around. I'm going to take out the VPVR right here and the Pierre. There we go. We grab the moving averages. We can immediately show you a little bit of trading view skills while we're at it. So we take the moving average, you go to the input length of 20, and you make it well visible. I like hot pink. There we go. And then make it a bit bigger. So it stands out easily and it's easy to read in this way. Grab the second one for a 100 MA, and I like to make this one bright blue. It is a good contrast with the dark background. And what we see here is that we are breaking through this 20 moving average, which is generally a sign that after the bear market we have seen the worst of it, and we will slowly start moving back up towards a new bull cycle, or at the very least towards the neutral area. So if that is the case, and we see something similar happen to, let's say, 2019, then we might just go all the way back up to about, let's say, 38 to 42,000 possibly, and possibly hang out there for a while. So this is great news, folks, if we can manage to stay above the 20,750 approximately over the coming days. Now, let's have a quick look at the 4 hours, see how Bitcoin is holding up on that front. And then, if my laptop is working, there we go. We do see that there is quite a rejection from, well, 21,300 approximately. which is a shame, but we did manage to also continue upwards and not fall back under 20,750, and that is the key victory here. And we're well on the way, in only 6 minutes left, to confirm above, and that would be the final victory that would definitely heighten our chances of moving up farther, at the very least testing 21,500, and then possibly consolidating through the weekend of low liquidity. Now let's move over to ETH USD, good old Ethereum, and see how that is doing. It was doing a bit worse than Bitcoin this morning, but for now that seems to be helped. Even Ethereum also managed to break through its broadening descending wedge. This morning it had some trouble, but fortunately that has been resolved, and now the previous high has been tested, and we will see if nothing strange happens in the coming 5 minutes. Then Ethereum will have broken it, and it will heighten the chance that we see 1700 and 1750 pass by over the coming hours and days. Now, of course, the weekend has low liquidity, but if the market is optimistic, then we might just see a steady bid up throughout the coming 2 days. But I still would not trade that as much. Rather just wait how it goes and then jump in the market on Monday, depending. That is kind of what we're seeing. Obviously, there is a great load of green in the alt market. Here, AVE has jumped 13%, R has jumped 5%. Just all kinds of crazy gains now that people are kind of feeling a little more optimistic, which is honestly a little bit unexpected, mainly because of the FOMC meeting, but it is a very, very good sign nonetheless. This is the wrong chart. I need the USDT chart. There we go. That's fine. Anyway, DYDX is still doing very well too. We see here that all altcoins, or most altcoins, are trying to break their highs and trying to consolidate above that. AVE here as well. You see it's trying to break the highs here, the high of its previous range, and it's doing a great job of that so far. We of course still have 4 hours to go, but for now everything seems good, and we could even try to maybe get in on some manual trades for when we retrace after we've closed above all these resistances. That is kind of it for today. I will spare you the lower quality audio by talking more. Hopefully this was useful and you kind of have an idea of what happened and why it happened. We could actually have a quick look at the Fear and Greed Index. Of course, that doesn't pop up in my regular, just in my laptop, because I generally don't use it for this. Or I generally don't use it at all. So bear with me for a second. And here we are. This is a different one than I usually use, but we do see that this seems strange. This seems to be a different one than general, but at the very least you can see that the sentiment is improving somewhat, and I will also go into the on-chain landscape to see if the broader changes are also taking effect. So we can see that people are slowly trying to get more optimistic and kind of come out of the deep bear market blues. Make sure that you don't give into FOMO, that you don't just jump into everything, and that you have a plan for what you want to do, and hopefully this has helped you create a bit of a plan for the coming days. Have a good weekend, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye bye!